Alright, look at the first topic of the hypothesis testing. Hypothesis test for one population. Okay, it means we need to test the hypothesis of the population mean when the standard deviation is known. Okay, the population standard deviation is known and the large samples. Okay, large samples, that mean when n is more than and equal 30. Okay, large samples, that mean n is more than and equal 30. Okay, so to test the hypothesis, it is in the form of H naught mean, it is equal mu naught, it is versus Vs ni versus versus H1 mean is not equal mu naught. The second one, when the mean is more than mu naught, and the third one is when the mean is less than mu naught. Okay, that means we need to state. Okay, we need to state the H naught dengan H1. Okay, and then the population is normally distributed or the sample size is large, and then we need to use the test statistic. You need to use the formula. Okay, when we found that the sample size is more than or equal to 30, that means we need to use the z-test formula. Okay, we need to use the z-test formula. Kalau n dia, sample size dia more than and equal to 30. So the z-test formula is sample mean minus population mean divided by population standard deviation over square root sample size. Okay, and then we have a critical value. Okay, we know that the type of tail, we have three types of tail. Okay, the right tail, the left tail, and two tail. So when we need to test the right tail of the area, so the critical value is Z alpha. Okay, this is for right tail. Okay, when we need to test the left tail of the area, the critical value is negative Z alpha. Okay, you have to put negative when we need to test the left tail of the area. And for two tail of the area, positive Z alpha over 2 and negative Z alpha over 2 for two tail of the area that we need to test. Okay, so critical value pada 3. Okay, so kalau nak test right, so positive Z alpha. Kalau test left tail, negative Z alpha. Kalau two tail, positive and negative Z alpha over 2. Okay, so look at example 3. Okay, example 3. A researcher reports that the average salary of assistant professor is more than 42,000. A sample of 30 assistant professors has a mean salary of 43,260 at alpha equal 0.05. Test the claim that assistant professors earn more than 42,000 per year. The standard deviation of the population is 5230. And then, do you think the claim is true? Okay, firstly, you need to write down. Okay, write down apa yang dia bagi dalam statement ni. Apa yang dia bagi? Okay, dia bagi apa? A sample of 30 assistant. Okay, that means we know that n, it is equal 30. Okay, and then a sample of 30 assistant professors has a mean salary of 43,260. So, mean salary yang dia bagi tu adalah sample mean. Okay, it's not about population mean, it is sample mean. Okay, dia dah bagi sample 30 assistant and then dia bagi tahu lagi a mean salary dia. Therefore, it is sample mean 43,260. Okay, and then dia bagi population standard deviation, it is 5230. Okay, write down apa yang dia bagi dalam statement ni. Okay, and then we need to test whether the statement is true or not. Okay, so we have to use 5 step. Ingat lagi tak 5 step dia, apa yang saya bagi tahu tadi? Okay, first step what? You need to state H1 and H0. This is the first step. Okay, before we need to state the H1 and H0, macam mana kita nak tahu? Okay, so dia mesti akan bagi hint daripada statement ni. Okay, hint yang dia bagi tu from the first sentence. A researcher reports that the average salary of assistant professor is more than 42,000. So hint yang dia bagi tahu tu adalah more than 42,000. So the sign is more than. Maksudnya we need to let H1. We need to test the H1, claim H1. Okay, sebab apa H1? Sebab more than ni dia include dalam H1. H1 ni ada 3 parts. Not equal, more than and less than. Okay, so bila dia bagi hint more than 42,000, that means we need to test H1 when the mean is more than 42,000. Okay, and for H0, the mean always be equal 42,000. Okay, dia mesti berpartner H1 dengan H0. Okay, so what type of tail? Okay, look at the sign for H1. Okay, what type of tail? Sama ada kita nak test right tail or left tail or two tail. So look at the sign for H1 is more than. That means we need to test the right tail of the area. So H1 ni yang kita nak claim. Claim apa dia ni? Claim ni maksudnya test whether the statement is true or not. Okay, and then second step. Okay, kita dah lepas first step. Second step is state the alpha and critical value. Okay, we need to find the critical value. So alpha is dia bagi berapa? 0.05. So we need to find the critical value. Okay, disebabkan dia right tail, it is positive Z alpha. Okay, tengok pada notes tu. Okay, kalau right tail, it is positive Z alpha. Okay, so we know that alpha is 0.05. Okay, 0.05. So use your table statistic. 0.05. Okay, 0.05. This one 1.64. Okay, so the Z value is 1.64. Okay, it is positive 1.64. And then step 3, draw the graph. Okay, step 3, draw the graph. Okay, nak draw the graph, you have to look at the sign for H1. It is more than. That means more than, that means we need to test the right tail of the area. So draw the graph on the right tail of the area. So we know that the critical value is 1.64. So this is RR, this is NRR. Statekan macam ni. Okay, we need to state, draw macam ni. Okay, and then step 4, use formula. Okay, use formula. Kita nak test sama ada statement ni true ataupun tak. Okay, sama ada dia betul ataupun tak. We need to use the formula. Use formula Z test. Okay, why Z test? We know that since sample size is more than or equal to T, that means we need to use the Z test formula. Okay, sebab sample size dia besar. Okay, it is large sample size. So Z test formula is sample mean minus population mean divided by population standard deviation over square root sample size. Okay, so we know that sample mean is 43,260. 43,260 minus apa? Population mean. This one 42,000. Yang ni estimation. It is not the right value. Okay, it is estimation. Sebab tu kita nak test sama ada statement ni betul atau tak. Okay, so minus 42,000 divided by population standard deviation 5230. over square root sample size 30. Square root 30. Then you need to calculate. Okay, try calculate. How do you get? Okay, 43,260 minus 42,000, you will get 1260 divided by yang kat bawah ni 5230 divide square root 30, you will get 954.8630. Kalau saya akan calculate one by one. Okay, calculate atas dulu, numerator, and then calculate yang bawah, denominator. And then barulah divide. 1260 divide 954.8630. Calculate, you will get 1.3196. Okay, 1.3196. Try calculate. Dapat tak jawapannya? Okay, try calculate. Okay, and then we have done step 4. So look at this value. 1.3196. Awak kena refer pada step 3. Refer pada graph step 3. Okay, 1.3196 position dia pada mana? Dalam RR ataupun NRR? Okay, position dia dalam mana? Dalam RR ataupun NRR? Macam mana nak tahu? Kita tengok pada critical value dia pagi ni. It is 1.64. So we know that 1.3196 is in NRR. Tak perlu detail sangat point dia tu dekat mana. Kita just assume 1.3196 dia dalam NRR. Okay, sebab 1.3196 is less than 1.64. So kita tahu it is position in NRR. Okay, so what is mean by NRR? It means fail to reject H note. Okay, sebelum ni saya dah bagi tahu kan, yang awak kena take note tu, RR means reject H note, NRR means fail to reject H note. Okay, so since this value is in NRR, so you can conclude that for step 5, NRR apa maksud dia? Fail to reject H note. So fail to reject H note. You can conclude fail to reject H note. Why? Why fail to reject H note? Because just you need to state that the value of Z test, the value of Z test, okay, the value of Z test is in NRR. Is in NRR. That's it. For conclusion, first conclusion. Okay. Kita tahu value ni yang kita dah calculate is in NRR. Okay. So NRR means fail to reject H note. So we can conclude fail to reject H note. Why? Because the value of Z test, awak state kan, value Z test ni is in NRR. Okay, this is first conclusion. Second conclusion, tengok pada soalan. Soalan dia tanya apa? Do you think the claim is true? Okay, apa yang dia claim? Dia claim apa? Dia claim ni, H1 ni more than 42,000. Okay, I repeat again. Statement ni dia nak bagi tahu. Okay, statement ni dia nak bagi tahu betul ke? Okay, yang gaji assistant ni is more than 42,000 per year. Okay, so kita nak tahu is it this statement, is it true or not? Sebab tu kita kena test. This one kita kena test. And then apa function H note? H note ni dia nak mengatakan yang statement H1, yang statement ni is not true. Okay, H note ni dia opposite pendapat. Okay, H note ni nak mengatakan yang statement ni is not true. So we need to test. Dia dah bagi alpha, and then we need to find the critical value, and then we need to draw the graph. Graph ni is based on H1, then yang kita nak test ni, it is right till area. Okay, kita dah draw, and then we need to use formula, okay, to know the value, whether it is nak tahulah statement ni betul atau tak, kita kena calculate, use formula z-test. Okay, sebab apa z-test? Sebab n dia besar. Okay, it is large samples. Okay, bila awak dah calculate, awak dapat value 1.3196. And then refer pada graph. 1.3196 is in NRR. Apa maksud NRR? NRR means fail to reject H-note. Apa maksud fail to reject H-note? Fail to reject H-note ni, that means kita accept the H-note. Kalau reject H-note ni, yang RR ni, reject H-note, maksud kita buang. Kita tak nak dia, kita reject dia. But for fail to reject H-note, that means kita gagal untuk reject H-note ni, that means kita accept the H-note. Bila kita accept the H-note, means maksudnya H-note ni mengatakan yang statement ni is not true adalah betul. Maksudnya betul lah. Betul tu maksudnya yang gaji assistant tu tak dapat pun more than 42,000 per year. Okay, sebab yang H1 ni dia nak mengatakan gaji assistant tu adalah more than 42,000 per year. But H-note ni nak mengatakan yang statement ni not true. Dia nak mengatakan yang gaji assistant tu tak dapat pun more than 42,000 per year. Mungkin dia dapat equal ataupun less than 42,000 per year. Okay, so bila kita dapat value ni dalam NRR, that means kita fail to reject H-note. Kita accept the H-note because the value of z-test is in NRR. So second conclusion tu, tengok pada soalan, do you think the claim is true? Yang dia claim ni H1. So we can conclude that bila kita accept the H-note, we can conclude the claim is not true. Okay, the claim is not true. Yang diklaim tu adalah H1. Maksudnya statement tu tak betul pun, yang gaji assistant tu dapat more than 42,000 per year. Itu tak betul, statement tu tak betul. So the claim is not true. And then the third conclusion. Okay, third conclusion is you have to state that disebabkan dia statement ni is about the mean salary, right? So we can conclude mean salary is not more than 42,000. Okay, it's not more than 42,000. Okay, sebab yang ni kan lebih 42,000 kan. Bila kita accept H-note, okay, that means yang claim H1 ni is not true. So kita opposite lah. Mean salary is not more than 42,000. Maksudnya gaji assistant tu tak lebih daripada 42,000 pun. Okay, ataupun you can say that the mean salary is equal 42,000. Sebab kan kita accept H-note, right? So it is equal 42,000. Also can. Awak boleh conclude macam tu. Okay, boleh faham dah? This is hypothesis testing yang kita nak test. Ni macam ni lah cara kita nak test statement. Okay, hopefully you guys faham. Okay, this is example 3. Okay, look at example 4. Okay, example 4 next video.